Hi, we're your average Schlubs, and we have a guest star today, Dean. Do you want to tell us a little about yourself?
Hey everybody, I'm Dean. We all lived in the dorms together in college, and me and Austin were actually roommates, so just another student at University of Colorado, Boulder. Austin actually has made me like a huge fan of movies, so we'll see if I can still keep up with these guys.
He's officially a Schlub now.
He'll probably be on the channel pretty often.
Yeah. So tonight we saw the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, and we're going to be doing a much shorter video this time. Not going to be 42 minutes.
Hopefully, I don't think we can talk 40 minutes about
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
I don't think so. I hope not.
Alright, so should we go into what we liked?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Do you want to...
I thought they had some good comedy in it. Some of it was kind of dry, but overall they had some good like little one-liners, and their songs were kind of catchy and everything, which you would kind of expect out of a SpongeBob movie.
Yeah, I really, like, after seeing, I just finished watching the first one that came out, like, a long time ago. But,
11
yeah,
freaking
11
years
years.
ago.
That'll make you
Are you
feel
serious?
old.
Yes.
Yeah, 11 years ago. Well,
Dude, that like
It's
old
crazy.
yet? Yeah.
yeah, but like I don't know, this one, it was still pretty funny. Like it was a little bit long,
It's fine.
but yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. But like the first one, just compared to the first one, like I guess I had my expectations high because there's a lot more you could like. There's just a lot more funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one had a lot of funny parts at the beginning. Like I don't know if we want to go into specifics about things, but
Well, I remember you said
but-
that you had like for the first one that there was a lot of memorable one-liners.
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff,
like in
walking
like in
out
the
of
first
movie.
one, like you just remember lots of things, like the Goofy Goober song, and obviously I like the part where Patrick's like talking to the mermaid, and he's like, "Oh, did you see my underwear?" And she's like, "No, Patrick. Did you want to?" just little things like that are more like
It was a
they
much more
relate
memorable movie.
It's like goes more than just for I don't know. It seems like they focus a lot more on the younger, like class of kids.
Yeah, they did.
This
Yeah.
time, which kind like it's fine. Like it's okay, but like they kind of overused a lot of things. I think. But
One thing I really like about both movies, but particularly this one, was the animation is so much crisper when they make movies than when it's an average episode, because obviously they have a bigger budget.
Mhm.
But the animation is really pretty. Like it's really
they did
crisp.
a really good job.
Some of like when it zooms out to like the Krusty Krab and stuff, the colors really pop in the movie, and I thought the transition to, because if you've seen the trailer, it looks like it's going to be a lot of 3D animation, which it's probably only the last like 25 minutes that is, which is kind of a relief. But I think the transition was pretty seamless. From
yeah,
the
they
2D
did
to
a pretty
3D.
good transition.
Yeah,
there.
it worked well. Like it wasn't like the Smurfs, where
and it
it's,
didn't make them look weird.
no, it really
looked
fit. They looked like
normal,
they belonged in the world like that.
Yeah.
So it was
Made
a good
You can
transition.
kind of imagine them as toys.
Yeah.
If you had ever
Kinda.
had like action figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they kind of had like that, like a plasticky look rather than an actual animated look. They made them look kind of like that kind of dull plastic look of a toy.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job of letting it make sense, because I remember when I asked you like Sponge Out of Water, like how is that gonna work, since the first movie like they couldn't survive out of water. Throwing in the dolphin.
Best part of the movie.
I thought that the dolphin was the best part of the movie, because it
Bubbles.
threw in like
Bubbles.
a little bit of
Bubbles, the dolphin,
bizarreness and some quirkiness to the movie, and
which is what SpongeBob
Yeah.
is all
Yeah,
about.
it was
So
very
it's
absurd.
great.
It took
Bubbles.
away some of the seriousness that had kind of been thrown into the movie. Like you had like an apocalyptic world, and then all of a sudden you get Bubbles, and you're just like, okay, yeah, it is SpongeBob.
You want to talk about Bubbles, since he's your favorite
Sure.
character?
Bubbles. Bubbles was a dolphin that an advanced species of dolphin that watches the universe and has protected us for the last 10,000 years. And when playing, we didn't even talk about.
Let's
the
do a
plot of the movie.
synopsis.
Yeah, we didn't
Let's
talk
go.
about
Quick
what the movie's
synopsis.
about. Quick synopsis: the Krabby Patty formula is stolen again, but this time SpongeBob
Again.
and Plankton are working together to get it. They build a time machine. That's really all you need to know.
Yeah,
Pretty
pretty
much,
much.
yeah.
And then they fight to get it back.
Which do we want to transition into that? The like connective story, the pirate.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
So what do we all think of Antonio Banderas and that part of the film?
I mean, it was okay, but the animated storyline was a lot better.
Yeah.
The non-pirate storyline was quite a bit better. I don't know. I just didn't really like him. Wasn't really intriguing. It was kind of just quirky.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like the only purpose he really served is to kind of like carry the plot of the story. I kind of feel like he's just the antagonist, and he's the one that is the one who took the
formula.
I feel like it confused the plot. Because at the beginning, like, they open the movie with him in it, and he's reading the story to the birds and everything. And while he's reading the book, all of it is currently happening. That was kind of...
I thought the book part was pretty convoluted. Like, I liked the pirate, and I liked Banderas' performance, but the whole aspect of him reading, like Dean said, he's reading the book, and that's the movie that we're watching. It just became a little bit confusing and
then he
messy.
He kind of randomly got the formula too, because he never really said like he went and stole the formula.
Oh, he wrote it. He said he wrote it.
Yeah, he said he wrote it. You just never like really saw it happen or anything.
The seagulls were obnoxious. I thought. I didn't think they were funny. I thought
they
were really.
It was a rip off to Finding Nemo.
Yeah,
with their seagulls.
And the seagulls. Too many poop jokes with them.
Yeah.
This movie had way too many poop and fart jokes. I thought for what SpongeBob usually doesn't have. At least. Years ago. Yeah. I'm not too familiar with the new stuff.
Yeah.
But felt like it could have been nice if they kind of did it how they did the first one, where they focused on their like original audience rather than their newer audience. But I mean, that is their target audience, is their newer stuff, because that's what they're making now. But I felt like it would have been better if they focused on what original SpongeBob was.
It was too broad this time. Like they didn't have a specific goal in mind. It seems like.
Yeah.
But I liked how they used all of the major cast members this time instead of just SpongeBob and Patrick. And Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, he's probably one of the best voice actors ever. He's flawless as SpongeBob. He's hilarious.
That laugh.
Yes, the laugh.
What about favorite parts of this movie? So I'll go through your favorite parts.
Okay. My favorite part was when you first see Bubbles, just because he gets caught in his, like, squeaking thing that dolphins do, and he can't get his words out, and it's like a dolphin stutter, and it's
you might need to
just
tell
really
him
funny.
What that sounds
I
like.
can't do that. I'll just look. No, I'm not. You can do that. No, I'm not doing Bubbles.
Yeah. Okay.
My it was kind of a Christopher Walken voice.
It sounded. We looked it up, and it wasn't him, but it looks a lot like him. Or it sounds a lot like him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. My favorite part, like, it's really like simple and just stupid, but it is really funny. But in the background, when they're like floating through their bubbles and stuff, you can, in the apocalypse, all the citizens are like beating up tires, and they need to get into the chum bucket so they can rescue Karen, his computer wife. And what they do is they roll a tire down into right in front of the chum bucket, and all the guards focus on the tire. And they just start beating it up. They're like, "Let's show this guy what's up." And they just like start beating the tire, and these SpongeBob's just like,
not
they
talking,
don't really like tires, do
let
they?
Let some air out.
Yeah, not talking. Let some air out of him. Yeah, that whole little scene with them rescuing
Karen
was
classic
my
SpongeBob
favorite.
humor.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah, it was.
And then they had like Plankton, like they had the windows open, but SpongeBob's like, "Yeah, give me a boost, Plankton," and it was just, it was just funny. Yeah.
I think my favorite part was the, if you've ever watched Epic Rap Battles of History, they kind of ripped that off at the end with the dolphin and the seagulls, and you had a rap battle, and it was pretty good.
It was.
That's the one part when I liked the seagulls, and and you had Bubbles in the same scene. It was really good.
Yeah.
I liked that.
I think my favorite part was also when they introduce Bubbles.
Yeah.
The whole, like, introducing the time traveling thing. I liked that because the dimension that they went to, they played this really weird song.
They were high out of their goddamn mind.
That's pretty bizarre. Thinking like, okay, there's gonna be this, like, a SpongeBob version of Interstellar going on.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But that was definitely my favorite part.
Yeah, it was silly.
So do we want to each do the same thing, our overall thoughts, and then what we're giving it? Okay, so do you want to start off this time?
Overall thoughts, I thought it was a good movie. We were talking about it when we left the theater, that there wasn't enough material for it to be enjoyable for, like, an older audience. And I think there's definitely movies like that out there, like Up and a few other, like, really good Pixar movies. Toy Story, that do a really good job of entertaining an older audience while being a good movie for younger kids. This movie definitely just targeted the younger kids. I think there was some parts in the movie that I didn't like. One of them was you knew that Plankton wanted to, like, screw over SpongeBob at the very end, and he just never did it. And there was never, like, a part of him, like, conflicting his like, do I do the right thing in this situation?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of this was kind of focused towards just to insert this, but towards teaching kids like lessons of like you heard the word teamwork probably like 110 times.
And that joke wore thin really quick. If you see it, you'll understand.
Yeah, and it just and then like at the end, what Plankton did and stuff, it was kind of like teaching kids lessons rather than following the typical SpongeBob story where Plankton will work with them and then go against them and then work with them and then go against them all the time.
Overall,
finish yours. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think that was about it. I did enjoy the humor. There was like a few really good parts where it was cute humor. But I think my biggest criticism of it was that it didn't have that strong of a storyline.
Yeah.
It was definitely like making a movie out of an episode. Which the first movie did a good job of not doing that. It introduced like completely different characters and
pretty solid on their like what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
the plot was
and of course the first movie had Goofy Goober, like a really good sing along song. And this movie didn't really have anything. It had the teamwork song. That might have been the only song
already.
It had. That song was kind of lame. It reminded me of the fun song.
Yeah.
Remember that?
That's what I was hoping, and then it was like a not good version.
Yeah. But I guess that's what I thought of it.
Overall grade?
Overall grade, C+.
C+.
Ooh, okay.
Pretty good.
All right. Yeah. So, I guess I thought the movie was good, but I agree with Dean that it didn't have enough like sustenance to entertain as well as the first one did to entertain an audience of our age or older. It was kind of focused towards little kids, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, but overall I'd probably give it like a B-. I think it was good, worth seeing.
Yep. Overall, like John said, it was not as good as the first one, but if you're a SpongeBob fan, you'll still enjoy it. It still has the quirkiness of SpongeBob and a lot of the stupid Patrick jokes that are great. But overall, like the plot line was just not as solid as the first one. But it was still funny, even though it kind of was a little confusing at times. But just from that, I think I will probably give it a C. Just overall.
Ooh.
But mine's different. Yeah. But that means it's fine. Like it's good. Like I would like a C+. Yeah, but.
Eric grades on a normal scale where C is average.
Numbers,
Austin's
is like B- is average.
Yeah, but yeah, so my C recommendation still means like you'll enjoy it. Like it's still definitely good for kids. If you have kids, they'll love it.
Yeah.
I can't really say too much that they haven't said, but I think that because the other big family movie that's come out this year is Paddington, I saw that and that's a great movie. That comedy works for everybody. I don't think this movie quite had that, like they said. And I was a little disappointed in that. The animation was very good. And I actually kind of enjoyed the whole Plankton thing at the end because I thought that this is a very good place for the series to end. I don't think it's going to, but I think if it did, like that'd be kind of a cool thing that Plankton's not necessarily a big adversary anymore. But I can definitely see your point on it.
Yeah,
I could be okay with that, but it's not going to end.
There was no moral conflict with himself because he was left on the deserted islands. We're kind of doing spoilers.
Yeah, a little bit of spoilers.
A little bit of spoilers. There's a point. It's not like too much of a shock. There's just there's one scene where they're on like a isolated island, and he stays behind.
Looks all devious.
Has this devious act, and he's like gonna write something, but then that doesn't turn out to be like an evil thing. So,
which is interesting.
I'd say overall B-. It's fine. It's fine.
He's been saying fine a lot.
Yeah, I get made fun of that
every 15, 20 minutes.
We're thinking fine is not fine.
It's worth seeing when it comes out. I wouldn't go see it in theaters. No, I don't think it's
I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree.
But
all right, well, that was our review. SpongeBob, Sponge Out of Water.
Catch us next time.
Yep. See you guys.
Schlub it up.